What can Ukraine do about Russia's deadly glide bombs? Mass production, low cost, and high destructive power. This combination has made Russia's glide bombs a new and growing threat that is increasingly dominating the skies over Ukraine. Unlike expensive precision missiles like the Ka-101, these bombs are simple yet highly effective and are now reportedly being produced by the thousands every month. As a result, airstrikes have surged dramatically. In several regions, relentless attacks are shaking cities and destroying infrastructure. Recently, their use has become even more widespread. There are even reports of entire regions being bombarded. Keep your eyes on the story. On the night of September 23rd, the city of Zaporizhzhia bore silent witness to an unstoppable display of military force. The night sky was torn apart by the roar of aircraft engines and deafening explosions. Russian forces, executing a well-planned strategy with superior weaponry, launched a relentless wave of attacks using FAB glide bombs and Tornado-S multiple-launch rocket system. This deadly combination, like an iron fist striking mercilessly, has proven to be a nightmare for Ukraine's defenses. Have you ever wondered just how deadly the combination of FAB bombs and Tornado-S multiple launch rocket system really is? Imagine destructive power so great it can obliterate even the strongest fortifications in the blink of an eye. The FAB bombs, especially the FAB-500 variant, are not just ordinary bombs. Dropped from high altitude, they glide toward their targets with terrifying precision, hitting with a destructive force that is hard to fathom. Each explosion doesn't just bring down buildings, it shatters enemy morale, leaving behind massive craters and debris soaked in the smell of gunpowder. Meanwhile, the Tornado-S multiple launch rocket system, with its barrage of rockets, blankets wide areas with devastating force. A Tornado-S attack is a rain of fire and steel, leaving no safe haven for the enemy. The combination of the FAB's high-precision strikes and the Tornado-S's area-wide devastation creates an unstoppable firestorm, crippling enemy military infrastructure and logistics, and gradually wearing down their fighting capabilities. There is another story. 3 FAB-500 bombs dropped from a Russian Sukhoi Su-34 fighter bomber obliterated a Ukrainian armed forces stronghold within seconds. The clearly recorded footage shows flames soaring high, thick black smoke covering the sky, and shockwaves radiating across hundreds of meters. The massive crater left in the middle of the city stands as a silent monument to a destructive power that should never have been imaginable. The Sukhoi Su-34, nicknamed Fullback, is the backbone of Russia's precision airstrike capability. This aircraft enables long-range precision attacks on Ukrainian fortifications, cities, and military positions, often launched from the safety of Russian airspace, far beyond the reach of enemy air defenses. With a combat radius of over 1,000 kilometers, advanced avionics for low-level penetration, and the ability to carry up to 12,000 kilograms of weaponry across 12 hardpoints, the Su-34 is a lethal predator in the skies. By 2025, thousands of such munitions had been deployed, reshaping the dynamics of the conflict in regions like Donetsk, Kharkiv, and Kursk, and securing Russia's undisputed air superiority. In the Ukraine conflict, the Su-34 has conducted thousands of sorties, focusing on close air support and deep strikes against Ukrainian defenses, consistently achieving its objectives with remarkable effectiveness. Not only in Zaporizhzhia, but the wave of Russian-guided bomb attacks continues to escalate. In the Dnipropetrovsk region, footage published online shows the moment a new FAB-3000 missile from the UMPK system struck a position of the Ukrainian armed forces in the village of Gavrilovka. This heavy aerial bomb hit with high precision a building that served as a temporary base for the 141st Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The massive explosion and resulting shockwave were clearly captured, demonstrating just how accurate and deadly this Russian weapon is. Strikes using guided bombs on targets behind Ukraine's front lines aim to weaken their defenses, disrupt supply chains, and destroy vital infrastructure. Impressed by the extremely high effectiveness of Russia's wonder weapons, Western media are increasingly asking, what can Ukraine do against Russia's deadly glide bombs? In the West, there is growing concern that, beyond the FAB and UMPK systems, Russia still has many surprises in store. These fears are not unfounded, given Russia's ongoing military innovation and adaptation. Another FAB-3000 UMPK strike worth noting targeted a bridge over the Solyannaya River in the village of Novopavlovka. If this bridge were to be destroyed, the consequences for Ukraine would be severe. Bridges are vital arteries for troop movements, logistics, and supply lines. Destroying the bridge would cut supply routes, hinder the movement of reinforcements, and isolate Ukrainian combat units. This would create severe logistical chaos, slow down Ukraine's response time, and ultimately weaken their ability to defend themselves. Conversely, the benefits for Russia would be substantial. The destruction of the bridge would provide a significant strategic advantage, allowing Russian forces to control the area more effectively, restrict Ukrainian movement, and accelerate their military operations. It would pave the way for further advances, forcing Ukraine to invest more resources into rebuilding or finding alternative routes, both of which are time-consuming and costly. Moments of FAB-500 bombs equipped with the UMPK module striking Ukrainian armed forces positions continue to surface relentlessly, reaffirming Russian air dominance. There is information that should not be overlooked, further reinforcing this picture. On September 22nd, Ukraine's main Directorate of Intelligence, or HER, published details about the components of Russia's Universal Inter-Service Glide Munition, the UMPBD-30SN. The UMPB is a high-precision guided aerial munition, a glide bomb with an integrated warhead roughly equivalent to the FAB-250 bomb. HER noted that the D-30SN glide bomb can be deployed by aircraft such as the Su-34, Su-30SM, Su-35, Su-24, and even the S-70 Okhotnik UAV, demonstrating the remarkable flexibility and adaptability of Russian weaponry. It has an operational range of up to 100 kilometers, allowing Russian pilots to carry out long-range strikes safely. Preliminary data also indicates that the UMPB can potentially be launched from ground-based platforms, including the Tornado S 300mm multiple launch rocket system, if equipped with a booster engine. This is a game-changing breakthrough, as it enables Russia to launch precision strikes from various platforms, making Ukrainian defense efforts increasingly difficult. Lastly, on September 22nd, a series of recordings drew significant attention. The Russian Air Force reportedly dropped 20 FAB bombs on the city of Zaporizhzhia, directly targeting Ukrainian business areas. Footage captured in the dark served as the closing scene of this episode, highlighting Russia's undeniable technological and strategic superiority. Given these attacks, will Ukraine adopt the glide bomb trend? That's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.